one of the thing is we always have a hungry heart. The reason is human by nature can never be content. This is my idea.
I'm never content. Even when, not to interrupt you, I'm sorry, but
No, no, that's okay.
even before, when I was making 700,000 a year 10 years ago, when I got into all this, issues with partying and everything, I was still not content, and I didn't have a worry in the world. So I could buy and go any. I didn't look at price tags ever. Like, I bought whatever I wanted, did whatever I wanted. Like, there was no limits in my life, and I was still not content.
See, that's the way I was until I met my teacher. The reason I'm bringing it up is, I was watching Tony Robbins. Okay, Tony Robbins he's brilliant, man. I love Tony Robbins. I watch him a lot. And so one of the things I learned from him indirectly, right? He gets married to this girl. Like, actually, his whole life is a legacy. He was in the streets. He was raised by drug addicts. Like, his mom used to make him go and get her. I don't know whether it's pills or something. Have you heard about his story? Yeah, he was a kid. He was like in his teens. His mom will make him go get pills from the pharmacy or something, and he didn't realize, she was addicted and stuff. So he, thinks she's sick, and he goes by. So essentially keeps her habit going, whether it's alcohol or stuff. And he was very abused at home by his mother. He has actually lots of issues about his parent. I'm sure he grew out of it, and at some point something happens to his brain. He either gets a tumor, pituitary tumor, or something happens. So that's why he has this huge persona, right? Like, he becomes a very big kid, and he has like a big head and stuff. You've seen him. He's marvelous. So then he finally understands. He puts two and two together, and he runs away from his home because he doesn't want to. So then he gets fixated on doing the right thing, and then he gets his first wife married, and he's not content. But still, his value system is you never break apart. So like he doesn't want to dishonor that. So he stays in this relationship very long, and at some point, it is apparent. That's one thing that fascinates me. Even Wayne Dyer, these are all inspirational speakers, but their own life, they have to break apart from things that's not working. So, like, it just, it's like a very interesting way I was seeing it. Like I'm like saying, how could you not fix your own wife? If you, but that's coming from a judgmental view. I have no idea what went on. Like maybe they were not happy, and they wanted them to be happy. Like they were doing the best they could. Like Robert Redford in that movie, right? Like, he wanted her to be happy, so he let her go, not because he couldn't get along, but it's because the other person he could see would be happy with another person.
Correct.
So that's a nicer way to see it. So then he lets go of the first relationship, okay? And then he comes across this beautiful being, he says. Her name is Robin. And so they take off in another direction. It's called Date with Destiny. And they change people's life. And they are not cheap. I think it's like a week program, like $5,000 or something. And his whole auditorium is packed. And they run their program, and he's like zooming. He's like, ahead. So I find, and so one of his goals, because he was raised poor, that's the reason I'm bringing him. This is like, his personal history. I'm telling you how I'm seeing him in addition. So you would think like, hey, he met the love of his life. He's like, making all the riches. And so his goal is to feed million people. Right, so he goes and feeds million people, and his target is met. Do you know what he's doing now?
What?
His goal is to feed 10 million people. See, what I'm saying is that's where I am trying to understand why is that people are stuck in a project. So to rephrase it for my life, right? I was doing Recovery Coach Academy training. So they will talk about labeling, like how somebody will say, I was raised by a poor mom. I was raised by alcoholic. I was raised by racist. Like essentially your foundation. So you label, and that's type of addict. I'm a Chinese addict. I'm a Asian addict. So like I'm just paraphrasing. So they called out. They said people who were raised by parents who didn't graduate, oh, take a walk. And then people who were raised by poverty, take a walk. And I felt like, my mom and dad didn't graduate, but they had the best, masters inside them. I feel I couldn't take that walk. Because my parents, just because they didn't finish college, my dad did 2 years and he dropped out because his parents asked him to raise his siblings. So he had total, two brothers he had to put to college and stuff. So he sacrificed his ability to go to college to raise his kids, but he didn't lose or anything. He got a federal job later, railway job in India, and he made very good money. So I couldn't really take a walk because that's not really technically correct. But we were raised poor because we never had a home that was finished. It was half done. Like you could see the bricks. We couldn't finish the painting. You can imagine, right? So I always wear no gold. I told you, right? I honored it by being a poor man's daughter. But then they said, who were raised by poverty, take a walk. Even though I acknowledge it, I was raised by a poor man's daughter. That's when it hit me. I said I was raised by a poor man's daughter, but I had the richest childhood. Because our neighbors had a big orchard. So I used to climb mango tree and eat a lot of mangoes. My mom had a guava tree and I would pluck guava. We had a gooseberry tree in our yard. We had a eucalyptus tree. And we had this, they have it they call it like a flowering. I forgot what it's called. It's like I have seen it in South. It is like a very red uh, flowers, beautiful flowers. And it's like a locust tree, but it has like a beautiful red flowers. I don't know the name of it, the genus. And then we had broad beans. Randomly, some bird threw in our fence, and it will grow all the time. And I was sick of that vegetable. Every week, my mom cooks. So my mom will dry it out, dehydrate, fry it. We'll have it for snacks. And my mom will hire landscapers, so we'll have eggplant in our yard. Okay, eggplant will grow lady's finger, which is like, what is it called? Okra. So we used to have our own vegetables. Okay, we were raised poor, but we had the richest childhood because what a child needs, parents
It's
around all the time, and so it's not monetary wise. So I took a walk, right? 3 steps. And I said, I cannot do it. So I turned back. And you know what? Everybody clapped their hand. Because that's when it hit me, how I could bypass this labor. And that's what I'm giving you. I'm saying at some point you need to say, once it rotates, right, you need to problem solve and stuff. So create a space where right now you retire 1 day a week. That's what I do with my sauna. Every Wednesday, I am living my retirement. Because right in the middle of my life. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I work. Wednesday is my day. My day with my life. My husband was saying, oh, work very hard. We will kick back after retirement. I said, Keith, the way it is going, maybe I'll be kicking back in the nursing home.
Yeah. You're right.
playing, what is it called? What is it called? The Monopoly and the the thing.
Oh, bingo?
Bingo, yes.
Yeah,
so I feel personally, don't create a goal that is going to put you in a hamster wheel. That's the way I will tell you.
Right? No, it makes sense.
And so have a little space for yourself to grow your inner you because you work very hard. You've been sober for 1 year. You've saved up a lot of money. And I feel when you grow old, you cannot enjoy it. So do it right now, but in a way that makes sense to you. So when is the first time you started using?
Oh, I don't even remember. No, well, I mean, when I was an adult,
but what age were you?
Oh, like the first time I ever did drugs. oh, I was a kid when I smoked weed, but I didn't get into drugs until I was like 27. Didn't get into
So
drugs till like
so
27.
so like either the part time or the 27, go back and talk to the kid what it wanted to do.
Mm.
Because that's what you lost. Recovery is about finding what you lost. What was your dream like that time? What did you want to do? Have you addressed it? Was it important even now, or was it time to let go? Because when we are in deathbed, we don't want to regret. So do it now. What you dreamed of,
Yeah.
because now you can fund you.
Mhm.
You couldn't fund you then, and that's what I'm doing with my research. I feel I'm going to fund myself. The reason is I feel personally I've achieved everything I wanted. Seriously, I've done everything I wanted. The only thing I want to do is just for me, and I'm going to do that. I am right there where I need to do it, and I will do it right in my yard. I am going to do it right here. So I feel we can do anything, and the best part is now you can dream everything, and everything is possible. The and so my whole forest I'm going to create right here in front of you guys. And the best part is I have the money to and
do it,
resources to do it. Might take me $5,000, but I can fund myself. So that's what I want to give you guys. When you look at all this, why I'm putting it right in front of you guys is, yes, that took nature maybe hundreds of years, but I'm going to see how many years it's going to take me to create my forest, my forest bonsai.
Cool.
So I feel everything is doable.
No, I agree.
But don't set again and again newer goal.
Yeah.
One goal. If I'm going to be the mother to Tony Robbins, this is what I'll say. I'll say, Tony, you've done enough. Take it easy, and the 1,000 people you funded, have them teach them how to grow their own food. Start from there, because you, like how Chinese they say, you give a fish to a man, you fed him for the day. You teach a man to fish, you fed him for life. So make a fishing farm, or do shrimp farm, or do whatever. Like what I'm saying is, don't be stuck. Like for me, moringa farm, because I feel that gives the highest nutrition. My goal is eventually only eat moringa and this. I want to be a Nirahari. Today is my 7th day. So I did level 1, 2-day liquid fast with 1-day break. Now level 2, 7-day liquid fast, 1-day break. That's it. Remember I said that's the reason I went to my teacher. Some of you guys asked me when I came back, did you do the liquid fast? I said, I ate non-stop. 2016, 2017, 2018. Finally, after 2.5 years, so to speak, I'm able to achieve what I originally went for. So even my aim is taking this long. My goal, so the next third level is 11 days straight liquid. I am already mentally thinking, how do I break it? But I don't want to. I really want to stay through this, because tomorrow is my break day, which will be nice. But then afterwards, I really want to give it all, because I postponed enough and made enough excuses, just like sobriety. But my goal eventually is to become a moringa farmer, and to only eat moringa leaves, and to have a life. It doesn't matter what I eat. It could be sari, soup, blah blah blah. Maybe rice. Rice is my favorite.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it's moringa is going to be my staple diet, and that's where I'm heading. And I feel once you reach that space, then I can perfect it. If you don't, you're going to always running, and I feel it's not worth it. Okay, you're all set. I love you.